Alright, I'm gonna show you how to make these little books. Like, I usually, put these, like, hang them on, a paper clip or something, and then attach it to, a junk journal. And you can, like, decorate the inside pages also, or just keep it as is, like this, or with like a little thing around it to keep it closed. But these are the ones that I made before. I made some other ones, but I think they were all done pretty much at the exact same time. That's why they have all the same paper. I really love that paper, but okay. So I'm trying to use up as much of the scraps as I have. These ones are 1.5 by 1.5 inches by 2 inches. That's the size of paper you want if you want it to be this size here. So that's the size I'm going to do today. And this is my first scrap that I'm going to use here. The outside cover has to be a little bit thicker. So that way, you know, it doesn't bend too easily and stuff. It doesn't have to be too thick, but just a little bit thicker than just regular copy paper. But let me see. I don't think I really need that. So I'm just going to cut this down. Let's see. I think I want it right here. And I know that's like that, but I'm going to round the edges on this one, so it's all right. And then like that. And then I'm going to keep those ones there. But I think that's a little bit thicker than that, but that's okay. It's about, I think, the same. I thought it was going to be thicker. Okay. So you just do that, and then I'm going to try to do the corners with this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to because, oh yeah, I don't know. It's not going to fit in there. So I'll just round it like this. You know what? Maybe like that. Just do that with the edges. I'm going to do. You can just leave yours the same or cut it like that. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to do that. And then you find what papers you want. I have my scrap papers here, so I'm just gonna look for some to put in here. That's a perfect size. And then you just fold it and make it the right size to put inside your book. So I don't really like usually measure things. I just do it by eye and stuff like that. So I just stick it in there and make sure that it's going to fit. And after I make sure that it's going to fit, I'll cut it. And then I'm going to do probably maybe 12 pages, like 6 on this side, 6 on that side, so it would only actually be 6 pages. And then we'll see if we need it a little bit thicker. You don't want it too thick. We'll see here how this is. This one got a little crooked. That's alright. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. might have to cut a little bit off. Alright, so we're just gonna cut a little off right here at the edge. And then I'm gonna cut this piece off like that. There we go. Okay, so I think that's good the way that it is. I think I have more than 6 though. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's like 7 or 8 is what we have here. So you just do that, and then I'm not going to sew this because it's so small. If you want to sew it, you can sew it. I'm just going to use this, and I guess I'll just use one in the middle. It doesn't really need 2. So I'm just going to put one right in the middle and then go like that. And okay, try to flatten it as much as you can so it stays shut, but I'm gonna be having a string around mine anyway, so it'll stay shut. So I'm gonna use pink. I don't know where the end of that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. And what you want to do is you can actually make a hole so that way it's attached here at the back, and then you can just wrap it around. But you can also just tie it around if you want to do it that way. Just do it as many times as you want and tie it. Let's see, I think with this one I'm just gonna tie it around like this. This is a little fidgety, but alright. And then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave a little bit of string because I'm going to add a little. If I can find a really tiny thing on here. I really like these ones, but that one's too big for that, I think. I don't know where that went. Oh, that's what happened, I guess. Ooh, sorry, I bumped it. Okay, let's see. I might not have any small enough in this one. Let's see here. See that one? It'll be bumped out if I put that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Alright, so I found this little white one. I'm gonna just put that on here. I think I was wondering maybe I'll just glue it on there. Let me see here. No, I think I'm gonna tie it. Let's see here. If it goes through, I'll see if we can get it to go through or not. Alright, so I got this on. You just tie it on, and then I cut this out. It's gonna go right here on the front, and I'm just gonna write journal on it. Okay. And then just glue that. Hopefully my glue didn't dry up, and it sure did. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Put that on there. And there we go. That's how you do that. And I will make another video on how to turn these into things that you can, like paper clips and stuff like that, to hang onto your journal.